Hello from cold Minnesota. So I have a blanket wrapped around me because I don't want to turn on the heat yet, and it is freezing in our house. Today, I know that this recipe is going to be one of your favorites, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I am making Swedish-ish meatball stroganoff today. And this is a really super simple recipe that uses a crock pot so it can cook all day long while you're at work or while you're doing other things. And you have a wonderful, hearty, healthy meal at the end of the day. So I'm actually using a new microphone today because I had a lot of people tell me they could not hear me very well. So comment if you think the audio is a lot better, because I really am not very good. This one's plug and play, so it's supposed to work really easy. So what you need a bag of meatballs. So I found these at Aldi's. They're Swedish style meatballs, but I'm gonna link the Walmart version too. You need a can of cream of chicken soup. You'll need sour cream, but we don't put this in until the end. You will need a package of Lipton beefy onion or onion soup mix. You need beef broth. And at the end, you're gonna need the crumette medium egg noodles at the end. We won't use these until after the meatballs are done. We'll do that right before we're ready to serve. And we don't need the sour cream until the end either. So this is super, super simple. All you want to do is put the meatballs, and these are frozen, in the crock pot, like that. If you want to make your own meatballs, you sure can, but these are just as simple and just as easy to do. Okay, now I forgot to grab a bowl. Remember, you're at the forgotten kitchen. I forget everything all the time. So cream of mushroom soup. So we're gonna grab a bowl because we need to mix these together. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna add the cream of mushroom soup. Oh, and then after this, I'm making party brownies. So you are not gonna wanna miss that. My daughter is going to be home from college tomorrow, and I am going to make her these new brownies that I've made. It's fun when the kids come home because I can actually like cook for them and not have to give all of this away because we can't eat it all. Okay, so we're gonna add a package of the Lipton soup mix. I'm gonna do a new thing too, because I've had a lot of people tell me that some of the things they need for ingredients, they have to either order or they live like a long way, like from places like we do. 2 cups of beef broth. And so I'm gonna link everything to a Walmart post or an Amazon post. So if you wanna order stuff in ahead of time for some of these recipes, you can. Or people like live in New York City and they just don't get groceries. They have everything delivered. Been there, seen that happen. Okay, so mix all this up. It's going to look soupy, but by the time it will cook down on here. Okay, so now over the meatballs, just pour this over. And it's going to cook 3 hours on high or 4 to 5 hours on slow. I'm gonna put them on slow because we're not gonna eat supper for quite a while and kind of let these cook in here. Okay, so that's all you need. So turn that on, put the lid on, and you're gonna stir it every once in a while. If you have to work or you're not here, you can just let this cook for 2 to 3 hours, come home at lunch, stir it, and you should be good for supper if you're doing it on low. And then when we're done, at the very end, right before you're gonna serve this, we're gonna add 8 ounces of sour cream. So this is a 16 ounce, so 2/3 of this, and that will make it nice and creamy for the Swedish meatball part. And then we're gonna boil the egg noodles, and then we will ladle this over the top of the egg noodles with a nice roll, and you have a really yummy, hearty meal. So I'll show that to you when that's completely over, but I'm gonna let this cook for the rest of the day, and we will be back to show you what it looks like, and hopefully the house will warm up by then. Okay, so our Swedish meatballs are just about done. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you the inside of this crock pot, if I can get my, okay, there they are. Don't they look really good? So Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to make the noodles, so I'm right before you're ready to serve this, we add the sour cream. So you need a 12-ounce container. This is 16 ounce, so I'm gonna use half, and maybe just a tad bit more than that. Okay, we'll put the lid back on that. And I'm gonna mix this in. And because these meatballs are hot, it will not take long to mix in. So just mix that sour cream in like that. I need to grab a plate for the spoon. Okay, put the lid back on. And the next step, what we're going to do is we're gonna boil medium egg noodles. We're gonna drain them. I'm not gonna keep you on here for 15 minutes while I boil these. Then I'm gonna drain them. Then I'm gonna ladle this over the top of these and serve it with a roll. And I have a really easy weeknight dinner, or even a weekend dinner. We make these a lot of times when we're watching a football game too. It's just super easy to make for like an appetizer also. So that I will show you the end product as soon as I get these boiled, and get ready with all your stuff to make this recipe. I forgot to put on my microphone. Hopefully you can hear me. So I've got the egg noodles done, drained. And then I'm going to ladle the nice, yummy meatballs and sauce. A little extra sauce for the top. Like that. And look at that yummy meal that you have. Now, I would put a little pepper on it, and maybe if you want to have just a little salt, serve it with one of those Texas Roadhouse biscuits, or like a grand that you can put in the oven or something like that, or crescent rolls would be really good. But this is such an easy dinner, and it's been in the crock pot all day, and I really didn't have to do much with it. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I'm gonna get it posted for you tonight, and that's all I have for today. So hopefully you enjoy it. I have this Crockpot Swedish meatball recipe for dinner. This is such an easy recipe. I put everything in the crock pot this morning, added a little sour cream right before I was ready to make the noodles, made the noodles, put it in a bowl, added a little salt and pepper. I'm gonna add like a crescent roll or like a Texas Roadhouse roll with it, and you have an easy weeknight dinner. Or we also sometimes make these for appetizers when we're watching football or when we have a big crowd. So amazing, amazing recipe. Use your slow cooker. Great, great recipe. Enjoy.